Let's do this, everyone. Okay. Greetings, everyone. My name is Otterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Wildermyth. In this episode, I'll begin the fourth major campaign of the game, the recently added Eluna and the Moth. An old book and a young argument led two siblings into the wilderness. Amid the bones of a mythic civilization, they'll embark on a moonstruck journey through tragedy and time, encountering a mysterious wastrel in the woods and bearing witness to the rise of a luminous queen. A 5-chapter campaign with the Trixel as the main threat. So we already had a campaign with Gorgons, Mordecai, Deep. A 5-chapter campaign with Trixel as the main threat. We already had campaigns where the Gorgons, Mordecai, and Deepest were the main threat. After the Trixels, the only one left are the Dravin. So let's begin. I'll be playing this on Tragic Hero. They renamed the difficulty settings, so now Tragic Hero is essentially hard mode. And I'll be playing with the Town Market mod enabled. Oh, and we actually started with 4 characters this time. We have 2 siblings here, and we can pick 2 legacy heroes as well. This time, I'll pick some less common characters. I'm gonna pick Alden with hardiness. And Lance with piercing shots. I can also pick the number of starting calamities. That's a new feature. 6 is a recommended one, but I can set it all the way up to 100 if you really want a masochistic experience. If you really want a masochistic experience. If you really want a painful experience. Memories and dreams. Those lightless gleams that our eyes seek unfinding. They take us from tables and summon us home, warmly felt and ever fading. A prodigal child of trust tools returns a grown man. He comes wealthier than when he left, but having lost more, the afternoon fades. Alden has no plan to stay. He seeks a certain book from the famed Trust Tools library. One he's found before and never long forgets. Lilius and Colleen are brother and sister. Both possess the mystic's gift. Neither of them knows it yet, however. Drawings of nightmare beings haunt every page. Colleen and Lilius flip through it. I recognize several of those creatures. Noticing a newcomer, Colleen snaps the cover closed. Alden takes the book from Colleen's weak hands and walks out. Skipping any further reunions, Alden leaves stress tools in the hour he's returned. Young, you're warned that anyone might be anyone someday, that all of you bring and all of you chase will choose their mapless way. The sun's already low when they embark. So our first objective is to follow Alden. I suppose our first two characters will be mystics. And from here on out, I won't narrate the text unless we get to the next chapter opener or ender. And I forgot to point this out earlier, but unlike most other campaigns, we actually started out with some calamities. Usually we started with none. Ah, I recognize this mutation. Here they come. Let's see, staff and wand or wand and staff. It doesn't really matter for now. I'll be swapping it for better ones in the future. 4 Trusks. Oh, a Spirit Blade's gonna be really handy. Where are you, Alden? Oh, you're on the other side. That's not exactly how I'd hoped this would work. I gotta make sure our mystics don't take enough. I gotta make sure that my two protagonists don't take too much damage. I'm not too worried about Alden. He's already a pretty good warrior. Oh, rats, he interferes directly with him. That's not good. I know the trick souls are more Lovecraftian. I know the trick souls are the more Lovecraftian creatures of the game. Alden needs to get out of there. We need to wall everyone together. Let's wait. They're too far away. Not good. I need to get a better aiming spot. Can I interfere to something closer? I hope that's good enough. Hopefully we don't take too much damage. And that can happen too. Not the best start, but... oh, of course. Let's try it again. That was fast. This time I'll go with Open Mind and Spirit Blade again. Let her attack there, and realize I made a mistake. Because they'll now go for her. Yeah, let's try it again. Whoops. This time, I'll pick Open Mind for her, and Spirit Blade for him. Oh no. I misclicked. This time I'll pick Open Mind for her and Spirit Blade for him. We need to keep our mystics in a must-saver space, so I can't advance forward like that. Not if I want to hope of surviving this. And Alden needs to get in a better spot. That's way too risky. The issue with the Trosks is that they can double attack you. Of course. Hang on a minute, I have to restart the game. The audio bugged out. That's one bug this game still hasn't yet fixed, but oh well. We'll get there. This time, I'll pick Open Mind for her, and Spirit Blade for him. For the best chance at survival, I'm gonna have to keep my mystics in this corner and get ult into this side. I know he's a formidable warrior, but because the Trust can double attack, he can easily get whittled down pretty fast. He can get whittled down very fast. That was a mistake I made during my first run. I wish I picked a character who had a bow instead. Sorry about the interruption. Just wall to get everyone. It says survival, but that Trosk is probably the boss. Can't interfuse with anything. I think this is gonna end in failure. At least they can't use that to attack me. Yeah, Having an archer won't exactly help either because distance. Attempt number 4. This time, I'll pick Open Mind for her, and Spirit Blade for him. The big issue I'm finding is that we're getting overwhelmed too quickly. What we really need is more allies, to be honest. Or everyone to start near each other. Hard mode is not helping matters either. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to start with a legacy hero. There's the boss, I think. Can't destroy this because then they'll go for that instead. What's their movement range? I'm just gonna make a run for it. Yep, that's the last enemy. So the mistake I made earlier was not taking advantage of the terrain. That way, this time now I can survive all the attacks. This time, Alden can survive all the attacks. This is better than the last campaign's first chapter, I'll say. Much less reliant on randomness. But boy is it tougher than the first chapter of the first two primary campaigns. Oh no. Something's going wrong. This must be one of the Trixel's abilities. Or rather, Trixel is plural by default. That's an interesting looking character. The Mothman? Did you used to be a human, or are you actually a Mothman? Or were you originally a Mothman? Hey, knowing Wildermyth, he may be right. Hey, knowing Wildermyth, he's probably right. Just keep him away from fire. Oh, is he a spirit of sorts? Good point. Whoops. For a moment there, I thought we had to wander blindly. Compared to the usual campaigns, there is a notable increase in the amount of dialogue. And this dialogue is not procedure generated, it is specifically authored. Name the company, The Hourglass of Poetry, Moses' Freedom, or The Highwayman of Inland. Let's go with the Hourglass of Poetry. Here follows the tales of the Hourglass of Poetry. Fly home, little birds. Follow your steps back. 3 heroes must survive in order to win the first chapter. I'll take a bit of a roundabout route, so I can get more experience for our mystics. Oh, don't you worry, Jaden. I think these campaigns are locked until the first campaign is completed. The first one being Age of Ulstrix. Even as a second campaign, I don't exactly recommend playing this. Even if you choose this to be your second campaign, I don't recommend doing so. At least on hard mode. On normal mode, it's probably fine. In order to survive the first mission on hard mode, you need to take advantage of the terrain. Defensive, or Kindle a Romance. Let's go with Romance. This campaign's already focusing much more on story. Oh. So in addition to Trust, we have Seekers and Weavers. I'm already familiar with these enemies, but with only 3 characters, and 7 of them, but with only 3 of me and 7 of them, it's still a lot more risky. What I really want is someone with a bow. Okay, here they come. Nice. Can he hit from there too? Maybe? What happened there? Perhaps we should have rushed forward instead. I need to make sure that Alden can take it out in one hit. They're gonna counterattack with that. But fail, but they whiff it. I'm more worried about the Trust double attacking me than them interfusing. Their double attack is simply frightening. What can a Seeker do? Stasis. Who has that? I think the best option is just to run over here and attack this. Going for Alden? I question that strategy. Our newbie mystics are pulling off some pretty good tricks. I guess the Dweaver thinks we have some rangers. Gonna have to withdraw from... How far can it go? Not quite far enough. Perfect. Now Alden should be able to shred this thing. I know exactly what it's trying to do. It's trying to warp towards me, but I won't let it. Okay, Alden. Do your thing. Considering how poorly the first chapter turned out, I'm gonna play it really safe here. Two-handed or one-handed? Let's go with one-handed. He is our tank after all. Starting from the last campaign, I learned how powerful Pinned is. Having a 100% guaranteed hit chance combos very well with the stronger attacks. Pretty soon at that, in fact. Now let's see if they'll survive until the end. I need some healing. Great, it's becoming infested. Now let's push onwards. If there are going to be speedruns of this game, Jaden, they'll probably have to use a set seed. Do you want to have a firearm or not? Let's give him a firearm. Having a portable flamethrower on demand is going to be amazing once we get our ranger. And he still has his axe too. In fact, just prepping for the next turn. Then I can just set everything on inside on fire. Aw, burned out already. Oh. Didn't expect to see you here, Mordecai. Oof. Not the best start exactly. I was hoping for there to be only 1 or 2 enemies, but nope. There are four Spectics right in the door. Go figure. I'm gonna correct my earlier statement. Not just Spectics, but Summoners too. By doing this strat, I'm forcing the Summoner to take some damage. In order to cross here, it'll very likely just walk through the fire. Or just walk diagonally. I was hoping the AI would be I was hoping the AI would act dumb. No. Salvage. Held. Alden. It's cool and all, but it's cool and all, but I'm going to have to prime my party members in advance to fully take advantage of it. Be right back in a moment. Before continuing, let me double check something. Let's resume. I know this is gonna be a calamity, but I need the healing. No thank you, Trick Souls. I don't want the weldings. I'll save the rest for later. Good enough. Let's move out. Actually, no, let's go over here instead. Let's get some more experience. Sadly, Jorver will probably not be joining us for this adventure. I know he's one of the best legends in the game, but I want to give the others some time to shine. Nonetheless, if the situation gets too dire, I will try summoning him. I will try recruiting him. He's such a master with the bow. If I ever create a Crowman boss in Mega Man, it's going to be based off of Jorver to some degree. It's going to be based off of Jorver to some degree. Could it be? A more lethal puzzle than I thought. A more lethal puzzle than I thought. Okay. First, let me take out the Trusk. Sorry, we're gonna have to take you out. It's only temporary, I suppose. Also off screen, I sped up the animations by twice. Although in retrospect, I think I should decrease it. It's too fast now. Now my player characters will move at normal speed, but the enemies will move at 1.5 times the regular speed. I may decide to speed it up if there are a lot of enemies, however. I can even choose to skip the animations entirely. This is one of the complaints I had during the earlier campaigns, and I'm happy to see that the devs fixed this. Some of the bigger levels could take really long to kill the last set of enemies. Okay, they must be in here then. Sadly, I can't stack the fire on top of each other. As fun as that would be. Oh, not good, not good. Colleen, back up. Of course, you're going for him. Is he gonna die in the next turn? Yeah, of course. Take two against this Take two at this more lethal puzzle. Of course, and now RNG goes against... Let's try this again. Attempt number 3 on this more lethal puzzle. Sorry, Marrera, but we're gonna have to take you down. You don't have that much HP, but there are Trixels out there. There's the Dweaver. Off-screen, I sped up the animations for the enemies by 50%. That's one of the features which I'm happy the devs implemented. Ever since the beginning of the game, I've kind of complained of how long it takes. I've kind of complained how long some of the longer missions take. And this thankfully resolves it for long. And this thankfully resolves this issue. First part's easy. The hard part is beyond that gate. That's what caused me to end this. That's what caused this to end in failure. Here comes the Seeker. Both of them. Going directly for them, of course. Will anyone else survive this? It went for Dream Trap? What? This is one of the cases where I really should just use a regular melee attack. That's it. My mystics need more health. Retirement age, increased speed, or health. This increases my movement range, but this helps Alden more. We need more help for Alden. By the end of this campaign, Alden's probably going to have 20 max HP. Well, this venture was definitely fruitful. Nah, we did this all for experience. It's been several months in game time. I like the newly added storybook animations. For example, the fire. That needs to be not animated. That needs to be not animated. And here comes Lance, our Wolfman Archer. I've been waiting for you to show up. I've been long awaiting you. We need some more consistent range damage. We need some more consistent range damage. Typically, my preferred final party setup consists of 2 warriors, 2 rangers, and 1 mystic. For this campaign, however, it'll probably consist of 1 warrior, 2 rangers, and 2 mystics. I could go with 2 warriors, but I would reduce my range DPS. I could still have a warrior, but I could still have a second warrior, but equip them with a bow. Return to trust tools. But what I really like more is having a max party size greater than 5 people. I know that's possible. I know this game supports that feature. See the invasion defenses. Oh, I know this. It's the Great One Gorgon encounter. It's the Great One Gorgon encounter. For the sake of this campaign, I won't skip this comic sequence. If I was playing a generic campaign, I would have skipped to the end. Another nice feature out is that we can move back pages now. The question is, who are the Great One's allies going to be this time? It seems that every time I try convincing them, it works. We never have to resort to force to scatter the townspeople. Trixels. The Great One's probably here. Anyways. How far can you go? Not too far. Totally worth it. Ow. Ninja'd. Doubled. I tell member to add this. Apparently Trixels are its companions this time. Double kill. Who is he gonna go for? Oh no. Going for everyone, isn't it? Well, isn't this a bad situation we're in? Attempt number 3 at this. Apparently, the Great One's friends this time are the Trixels. I'm actually not that worried about the Dweaver, I'm more worried about the Trusk. And the Great One, wherever it is. Perfect. As long as the Great One doesn't rush towards me, I'll be fine. Or if that can happen. Thanks for carrying the team, Colleen. No Birdman yet. There it comes. Just to ensure that I don't screw up horribly, I'm gonna do a manual save. Really? That should be a hit. Let's try this maneuver again, shall we? Still miss. But this time, he still can't do enough damage. Really? I should pay more attention to that. Let's look at this move again. We have a 100% chance here, but not good at aim here. So swap the angle so he's hitting from the other side. But the bar is probably going to kill Lance now, unfortunately. Oh, I can't interfuse with these yet. I think. No? Okay. The only reason why this was a successful attempt is because the Great One didn't come barreling forwards from here. In fact, oh wait, she still has interfused. She's interfused with them, that's why. Oh, there's the Weaver. Sadly, I was not at a good spot to you. Sadly, I was not at a good starting spot for taking advantage of. Sadly, my starting spot was not a good position for taking advantage of Silk Step. It's not really Lance's fault. Yeah, one of you really needs some better. One of you needs a backup melee weapon. Oh, bows. I don't want to get him close to enemies. Speed. Okay, bow. The grade 1 encounter is always a bit scary to go through, depending on your party setup. In the early game especially, when you don't have a full party. In the early game especially, when you don't have a full trained party. The final fight of the chapter. Whoa, wait. I'm not doing the final fight of the chapter yet. Not until these two are healed. Okay, we're ready now. I learned my lesson the hard way several campaigns ago. Oh no. After you left for several months, after you left in their after returning from our several months excursion, the town is deserted. This must be the job of the Trixels. This must be the job of the Trixels. Darn, they're all dead. Oh no, they all mutated into horrible beasts. 10 of them. And our boss is the Lost Master. The remains of her face are unmistakable, but no dream lights or dead eyes. Darn. She was one of the helpful elders at the start, and now she's been twisted into a Lovecraftian horror. Oh, she's right over here too. Let's get indoors, please. This is a bad starting spot to be in. On second thoughts, the Lost Master. The remains of her face are unmistakable, but no dream lights or dead eyes. Darn. She was one of the helpful elders at the start, and now she's been twisted into a Lovecraftian horror. This is not the best starting position. Let's shackle her first. But their enemy's probably coming from the top as well, so we're gonna have to push through somehow. Sorry, madam. We had a similar situation during the Gorgonized... We had a similar situation during the Gorgonized campaign, as well as the Deepest campaign, but here it feels sadder. But here it feels much sadder. For the former, they were also twisting the monsters, and for the latter, they were turned into cultists. They were brainwashed and turned into cultists. But here, the transformation feels a lot more painful. But here, the transformation seems to be a lot more painful. Ow. Alright, Alden, let's push forward. Get your revenge, quickly. Or not. Alden's not gonna make it this turn. Let's try this again. Okay, we're back over here. First, take her out. Begin shooting her down. Is on tight. Oh, rats. They're all from there, too. Perhaps for the next chapter, I'll swap to normal mode. This is turning to be a bit too RNG dependent, and I wish I had a bigger party size. Get in, everyone. So the bards can upgrade the trusks into a more monstrous form. I'd much prefer it if we could actually close the door. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, let's see how this one goes. I can't really interface with it. I can't really interfuse with anything. How about this then? Not a good spot, Alden's asleep. Yeah, this went really poorly. I'm getting the feeling that this campaign is definitely designed for more experienced players, in addition to those who really like the stories, because yikes, the challenges I'm being placed into are much less surmountable than before. I mean, we're surrounded here by a lot of enemies, whereas in all other campaigns, we'd have 5 people by this point. Good one. Wait, he never had the firearm during childhood. This is a continuity error. Goodbye. You know, the Drexels seem more horrifying than the other two campaigns where people were turned into monsters or enemies. If we start from one side of the map and they came towards us, this would be a lot more manageable. Yeah, I think for the next stream, off-screen, I'll replay up to this point on normal mode. This is getting... and this is only chapter 1, there are 5 chapters of this campaign. Good to see that stradulation is undoable. Yeah, pretty much that was gonna happen. I need to keep them alive, so I can't just pick the other options. I wish I had more characters who could double attack natively. I know he's gonna fall. I'm keeping this in as a failed attempt. We went farther than I expected. Failure. If I were to compare this with some of the battles in the previous campaigns, this feels more like a chapter 3 or chapter 4 battle, even on hard mode. But I'm facing it in chapter 1. No wonder why the devs said that this campaign would feel different, not only in terms of the density of story. Huh? Oh yeah, I should be going to this one instead. Usually by this point, I would have completed 2 chapters. No, I'm not gonna accept that. Oh, the RNG set too, isn't it? This is why I wish more games took the Phoenix Point approach. Instead of complete blocks and misses, we have a much wider damage range. This arena keeps ending in failure. I know the audio bugged out. I'm just gonna use this as a test run. Yeah, I'm not gonna win this at all. Alright folks, I think I'm gonna have to call this a night. So here's the plan. I'll keep the first mission in, leaving everything, but I'll restart with the same seed. This is becoming very unmanageable. I'm already having a lot of trouble at all the levels, and it's not like I have that much flexibility here either. And if this is just a chapter 1 ending, ooh, just imagine 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm simply not skilled enough at this, and my party setup at the start is not properly suited. What I should have done instead of going with 1 warrior, 1 ranger, and 2 mystics is go with 2 warriors, because what I really need right now is much more tankiness. My mystics are just too squishy, they need more training, and unless I want to exploit the invasion system, it's not going to happen anytime soon. I don't blame exactly the campaign. It's the 4 major ones, so of course it's going to be tougher, but I'm just simply comparing it to the other hard campaigns in the series. So I suppose if we were to play this if this was not a procedure-generated game, of course in every mode it should be tougher, because progression and all that. Of course, if that's the case, how difficult is the Dwarven campaign going to be, the 5th and final one later on? In any case, thank you Jaden and everyone else for watching. As I just mentioned, I will be converting at least the first battle and starting portions into the LP format, but after that, I'm restarting and gonna record off stream. Then when I come back on stream, we'll finish this level. I hope. Well then, thanks for watching, and have a nice day.